Hi, this is Greg Maxwell. I wanted to talk a little bit today about fixed index annuities in settlement planning situations. So it seems like when we talk about annuities in a settlement situation, we're always talking about structured settlement annuities. And a structured settlement annuity is a very basic product. You put money in to the annuity, you decide at the time of settlement exactly what those payments are going to be and when they're coming in the future, and there's really no flexibility once it's set up. So in certain situations that makes a lot of sense. And the obvious benefit to a structured settlement annuity is that the interest that's earned inside those annuities is also tax exempt if it's based on a personal physical injury case. And so that's why they're popular, and that's why they're used most of the time. But I think we do ourselves a disservice if we discount all of the other types of annuities that are also available to settlement planning clients, folks that are receiving settlements, that sometimes have a little bit more flexibility and some more features that structured settlement annuities don't offer. So, in some situations where the income tax benefit isn't such a big deal, it makes sense to look at fixed indexed annuities or other annuities that have the potential of a better rate of return than structured settlement annuities have, especially right now in the historically low interest rate environment that we find ourselves in. Sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense to lock in historically low interest rates. And so with some of these annuities, you have the guarantee where you're not going to lose money, and so you have the opportunity to grow, or the annuity has the opportunity to grow up to certain pre-capped amounts. So a lot of times it will be a guarantee not to lose money and then a 5% per year cap, that if the underlying index that the annuity is based on grows 5% or more, then the annuity is capped at 5. So you don't get all of the upside, but you get some of the upside of the underlying index, but you still get the guarantee to not lose money. So in a settlement planning situation, we're always looking for a solid guaranteed foundation. And so we'll usually use some type of annuity for that foundation, but it doesn't necessarily need to be a structured settlement annuity. So, keep that in mind, especially if you have a case where the income tax benefit isn't going to be that important, or if there's going to be such high medical expenses that you'll be able to deduct any income from those medical expenses anyway. Then we can expand our options in terms of what annuities we look at, from just structured settlement annuities to other types of annuities. So anyway, just something to keep in mind. We'd love to chat with you about those, and when we sit down with you and your clients, we have the whole universe of annuities to choose from, not just structured settlement annuities. So just wanted to let that be an option to you in situations where your client wants a little bit more flexibility, maybe a little bit more growth, but they also need that secure guarantee that comes with the annuity. So give us a call. I'd love to chat with you more about that.